Hey lads, welcome back to another video where I play the Jobava London for you. With the Jobava London, we play d4, knight c3, and bishop f4. So let's see if we're going to be able to beat this 869 from the US. We're at 858, so we've been progressing. It just, takes some time to get through these levels. I do hope that these videos are helpful for you guys, and I hope that I'm able to explain these variations well. Against this one, we have a bishop on f5. It's come out early, and there is two schools of thought on this. You can play e3, knight f3, knight e5, and then g4. Or you can ignore that and just play the move f3. And anytime the bishop comes out, I say always play f3. Now, there's two things you have to think about. If they have a knight here on f6, you can't push e4 because they've got three defenders of the e4 square, and you'd only have two defenders of this pawn that would get pushed here. So because you don't have the e4 pawn push, we go for the g4 pawn push instead. And his bishop has no squares here that he can go to, so he has to pull back to here or to here, which is a very awkward square because it blocks his bishop in. So generally they're going to go to g6, and then you push h4. And h4, we're threatening to go h5. So really there's two moves. They can push to h6 or they can push to h5. So he's gone to h5. On h5, you just need to remember this, and I know it's not fun remembering theory, but if they push to h5, he's attacking our pawn, so we need to move our pawn. And then we can continue with our plans. So we'll see where he puts his knight here. It looks like it's going back to one of these squares, probably more likely to go back to g8. It does look a bit weird for him that he has to go back. I don't think he'll put the knight on g7 or h7 because it looks like it just doesn't have much of a home here. So he's gone back. Now we're going to play, well, we probably should play e4. But I like to play e3 and go bishop d3. So this is just the way to keep it very simple. If you just want to remember to put it on e3 and go here, attack his bishop. So now the bishops are looking at each other, and he really should capture my bishop. If he doesn't, then I capture his and his pawns get doubled, which is very good for us. So he has done the right thing. He's captured my bishop. So we just recapture, and he's pushed g6. This guy is not an 800. He's playing very well. That's a hard move to know to play, but he did play that. If he hadn't have played this move, we would have pushed our pawn and attacked this weakness, caused him to push, and then maybe we would have gone after the e6 pawn. But yeah, this is a very good move. I'm just going to castle, and we're going to play through the center of the board. So we don't have a pawn break here. After you've developed your pieces in chess, you want to put all your minor pieces on good squares, and after you've done that, then you can go for a pawn break. So the pawn break we want to go for is e4. And the reason we go for this is we want to open up the center so that his king is weak and we can attack it. Right now, there's just so much stuff in the way, we're not able to get him. So let's have a look here. e4 now, or do we develop the knight? And I honestly think maybe the knight deserves to be on this square. I think he's moved a lot of pawns. I don't think it's wrong to move my pawn yet. Also, the one hesitation I have with going knight to e2 is it blocks a rook looking down this file, which is something I might be wanting to do at some point. So I'm actually going to play e4. And that's a little weird that I'm playing it so soon without having developed this. Maybe I could have gone to h3. I don't know. We'll look at the analysis afterwards and have a look and see. But now that he's developed his bishop, the center's still closed. We could take here. If he takes, we could capture here. This is a plan, but he might also take here. So I think there's an idea of putting the knight here, putting the queen here, and then when we capture, this pawn is pinned because we're looking at the king. So yeah, I do think we go knight e2. Queen's coming to e3, and we're going to take this pawn. That's what I'm thinking. And then we're going to capture again with this knight. Okay, and he's defending again, which is good. We can't go here now because he can jump in and hit us. We could take here, and then he takes, and then we have this check, and that actually picks up the bishop. So actually right now, he can't take with this pawn. So if we capture, we could capture with this knight, but then he takes here. So maybe we have to go here and here so that we have an extra attacker on that square. I feel like that's good. We also could go here and look at the rook. Go here if he pushes. Just take. I don't know. I don't know about pushing here. I'm gonna just pull back here. Yeah, I'll pull back to this square, and we'll think about putting the knight on f4. I think this looks good. And I did spend about a minute there. But yeah, one thing you want to think about as you're playing your chess here, your opponent might have loose pieces that are not attacked or defended. And if I look at the position, he's got this guy and this guy that are both not attacked, not defended. So we might be able to you know, get some tactics where we hit the king and hit the bishop, or get the bishop here and hit something. So I have to keep that in mind. All right, so he's jumped in here, which means he's got only 2 defenders of this pawn here. Oh, he's got the queen as well. I'm forgetting that. But if we capture, he captures. We capture, he captures. He keeps defending. So what if I go here and then capture? Capture would be good. We just need to get a rook here. So yeah, I think I'm going to start with this. And there could be ideas of playing e5 and taking here. My opponent has messaged to me, time is an element. I know it is. I know it is, brother. Okay, I think we can go here. He has to play the rook up, and then we could pull back. We could also take here, and his queen has to move, and we maybe have a check here. I think he's messed up. Actually, yeah, we just go here, hit his queen, and we have this square. So yeah, this was a very weakening move. He shouldn't have played this. But this was getting really interesting here. I don't know what would have happened if he had played correctly and just developed a knight or something. But let's capture the pawn because it's free. We're hitting the queen. We're hitting the c7 square. And everything's looking really good. My opponent says he likes my username. All right. We're going to go knight to c7. Check the king. Hit the rook. And yeah. I think we can just grab this for free. Is there anything special here? Maybe we could take and then get in here. Like if we take and he moves his rook, then we could go here and just get another piece into the game. That looks really good. Also taking here, I'm threatening here. But let's just capture the piece. I mean, it looks free. Okay, and now surely rook to e1 looks very good because it's hitting the queen. We're going to take and open everything up. And we can just capture here, you know. This all looks very good. Okay, so he's hitting my bishop. I really don't care. I'm going to hit his queen. If he takes my bishop, I take here with check. He takes here, and then we can pick this guy up. If he takes here, we take back with the bishop. So everything's looking pretty good here. Okay, I can actually hit his queen again. And yes, he could take here, here, here. I don't know. If I move the bishop, he just takes. I didn't see this check. So this wasn't good by me. If I just move the king, he takes here. And we check him. I'm positive we're still winning. I just need to make sure I play accurately. Okay, I think hitting his queen first. That way his queen is forced to take. And then his queen is sort of out of the picture a wee bit because the pawn's blocking. And I can go here. And he has to go to one of these 3 squares. And then I just take here or move the rook down. Yeah. Okay, so let's go f4. So he's going to take my bishop. This was not the cleanest, so I'm sorry, guys, about not playing the cleanest chess here. But we will check in the review at the end here and see exactly what mistakes we made. But I'm positive this is still very good for us. So we're hitting his queen. He has to respond to this threat. I don't see another check for him. He can't check me with the bishop. So yeah, he really just needs to move his queen or hit my queen. So he can't go here because we can take, or I'm sorry, we take this way. And he can't go here because we just take with the king. So yeah, queen has to move. I'm expecting this move. I'm not going to trade queens. I'm going to first throw in a check. So throwing in the check first is key. And if he takes with king, we take the knight with check. And now we can just throw in a check here. And his queen is kind of blocked out of the action, which is very good for us. I can check here. He has to go here. And is that mate? I think so. I mean, I guess he can block with the bishop as well. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be the end for him. It's a pretty cool checkmate there. But hope you guys enjoyed that one, and we'll jump into the review right now. Okay, the engine says we played with 81.2. It wasn't the cleanest game. So let's just have a look and see where we went wrong. So the opening was very good here. We went for the pawn storm variation here. And he pulled his knight back to g8. And then I know the move is supposed to be e4, and I think I said this. Oh, no. This pawn is completely hanging, right? No defenders, and I'm attacking it. And this only happens when they block their queen in. And I didn't look at it. I mean, this move was it's a very uncommon move. Usually you see the pawn plays up to c6 or e6 pawn so that this guy's defended. But I just wasn't looking for that, which wasn't good. E4, I think, is a better move. Okay, so this gives me a 0.8 accuracy, and E3 gives me a 0.3 accuracy. So yeah, it is slightly better to play E4. And that's because if they take back, we get 2 pawns in the center. I just don't really enjoy those positions as much. So yeah, we slowly had to build an advantage here. And like I said, I mean, him playing this move was really good by him. I think this was very knowledgeable. Okay, and we try to break in the center. Okay, and the move here was to just capture. And, whoa, I'm not looking for this move. So this move threatens a fork. And if he captures here, we actually win the pawn back, hit the king, and win that bishop. And like I was saying earlier, like if there are loose pieces on the board, then tactics often are there. So I wasn't looking for knight b5, but that's a really cool tactic that I could have found if I was looking for it. Or if I was looking for it. I didn't look for that specific one. Okay, anyway, this ultimately was just the mess. So we got the tempo there. We were able to check. And coming back here, because if he takes, then we hit his queen and hit the knight. So if he wants to defend his queen, how does he defend the knight? He can't. So he could just attack here, but then we take the queen. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty nasty. So there were a lot of really cool ideas here. And yeah, just pushing the pawn up here was fine, checking. And thankfully, he messed up here. Oh, this was a checkmate in 1. I did not see this. I thought his king could run somewhere. But this was a nice checkmate in 3, I suppose. All right, lads. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. Give the video a like. Leave a comment. And I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye for now.